What's good, man? Welcome to the Stacks gang. It's your boy DJ Stacks, aka Sir Stacks a lot. Now listen, man, we got another episode of Tekken Tips, and as you can see by the title, bro, I'm finna show y'all boys in depth how to use Armor King's tools to bully your opponent. This is how you apply pressure. This is how you stay in your opponent's face effectively, not mindlessly, but effectively, using mixing good movement and low attacks and his go-to mid attacks, high attacks, etc. How to set up throws and all of that good stuff. I'm not gonna waste no time. Let's get right into it. We're gonna start with his go-to mids and high attacks, right? And then we'll get into the lows, and then we'll talk about everything at the wall, etc. So let's go, right? First things first, his go-to. I said this in one of my previous videos about, bro, if you're not using his down forward 4, you're slacking. This is one of his best pokes. It's quick as hell, 12 frame startup, it's a mid, and it gives +7 on hit. It does a nice low chip of damage. But look at the frame advantage, bro. +7, and it has pushback. Look at that separation right there. That was natural. That was off of just the hit alone. Up close, point blank range, look at the pushback. Even on block, it's -4, but look at the pushback. It's still there. You get what I'm saying? So this is a great tool to use if you just want to apply certain little poke pressure, right? You go boom. What you can do here is you can do this into another one because it recovers so fast. If your opponent presses there, 9 times out of 10, this is going to hit them first. It's kind of risky. If you kind of spam this, your opponent can hit you because of the pushback, it can potentially whiff, right? But depending on the move that your opponent does, you can easily clip them with something even better. Go down forward 4 into down forward 1, down forward 4 into hop kick, etc. Mind you, this is steppable, but it's so quick that it almost doesn't matter. Your opponent has to be super on point. They got to be ready for this shit, right? Let's continue. Let me show y'all the pushback at the wall, matter of fact. Look at this shit. So you can use this to like continue, you know, your pressure and stuff. You can go into your movement. You can stay up in their face. You can sidestep here and whatnot. You can even bait a punch parry, right? Bait a punch parry, but that's risky. You know, there's too much pushback. Let's continue, bro. Down forward 1 is like a staple for this guy, right? Down forward 1 is so strong. It also gives +7. It does 12 damage. It's a poke. That's the point of these moves. They don't do a lot of damage, but the frame advantage is insane. That's what it's all about. +7. You get what I'm saying? This, you can continue on with your pressure here. You can set this up. If your opponent blocks this, it's -3. So that's why I said you can set it up to do other things. You can set up a sidestep here if you expect your opponent to press. You can set up a quick dick jab, follow up if they press there. You can set up a hop kick. You can set up your throw mix-ups with this on block, right? Set up your throw mix-ups. Set up your hop kick, like I said, set up anything. And on top of all of that, it has its own follow-up now in this game, so it got buffed. As you can see, the second hit is a high. Your opponent can easily crouch and launch punish this thing. But that's the beauty of it. It's a mind game. If the second hit connects, you get +8, and it also has pushback. You can instantly go into a run and grab or something, or just go into your movement, play it safe. And on counter hit is where it shines, because on counter hit, guess what? It's actually fully confirmable here. And it has a delay, as you can see, right? This is full speed, this is delayed, fully delayed. And it, even though it's delayed, on counter hit, it's still hit confirmed. And if the second hit connects counter hit, boom, you get a dumbass stun, you can get a free down throw. There's multiple things you can do from this, right? You can go down forward 4. I believe you can go down forward, no, you can't go down forward 1. You can go dick jab for whatever reason, just out of spite. If your opponent's at a chip of health, you want to be funny, kill him with a dick jab, bro. Yeah, do it. But the main thing to do here is one of his down throws. I like to do this one, the one break, because this one gives better Oki. And it saves my heat. I don't like going into heat from my throw. And yeah, so this gives a free down throw, as you can see. It gives Oki, puts the opponent on their ass in front of you. At the wall, this is even stronger because check this out, right? if you're at the wall and you catch a down throw, and your opponent decides to do any, and I mean any, wake up attack here, there's only certain options they got, bro. They can only do a wake up mid or a wake up low kick. If not any of those, the most they can do is roll away or get up. So if they do go for a wake up attack like an idiot, check this out. Down forward 4, quick counter hit, and you still got the pressure. You can go back into your movement, do whatever you want with this. The possibilities are endless. You can go down forward 2, get a full counter hit launch into a combo, right? You can go for the shoulder for even more damage if you really want a big risk. Like if you're really absolutely sure that your opponent is gonna mash right here, go for the shoulder, bro. That's gonna hurt them the most. So yeah, that's a good option for, you know, down forward 1, 2 at the wall if you have the pressure and you use it effectively. Let's talk about his running 3. This is amazing. I love this. Damn near every character has a strong running 3 because of the frames. This one gives +6 and it has dumb pushback. What I like about Armor Kings is that it recovers so fast that it's like you can immediately go into your pressure, or you can use it to get them the fuck up off of you and go back into your movement. By the time your opponent can even move, look, I'm already moving. You see? So just imagine, I like to do this, running 3 into an instant running throw. Running 3 into down forward 1. Running 3, especially this because of the range. Check this out. Running 3, down forward 4. I love doing that so much. Running 3 into that because it tracks. You know, if you expect them to sidestep, that'll cover all of that shit. Running 3 into giant swing if you have the execution, etc. You know, if you want to mix them up with this throw and the giant swing, that's really what it's for. So yeah, running 3 is a great option. You already know on hit this will combo. Down forward 2 is one of his go-tos as well. It's +4 on hit. It does a fat chunk of damage. And what's tricky about this is it actually tracks. It's always been a tracking move since forever. A secret one at least. Because if your opponent steps, as you can see, it'll hit. If you do it too slow, right, there is space for them to actually step. Hold on, let me set this guy to sidewalk, right? They can sidestep this in rare cases, but as you can see, it'll hit them most of the time. And in this game, you know, hitboxes are so stupid that if your opponent does sidestep fully and they press any button before yours comes out, you will automatically get the counter hit. So this is a great move for catching your opponent sidestepping. To both sides. To both sides. Yes. So if you know your opponent's gonna try to sidestep punish, boom, you get a full counter hit. I just showed y'all earlier about the combos. Let me show you again. If you get a counter hit on this, oh brother. If you get a counter hit on this, you get a full combo. You can do a little something like, right? You can do a little something like that. You can go for your Oki, go for the sweep. You can go for forward 4. And if you have the execution and if your opponent's not ready, go for a ground grab. Something like that, you feel what I'm saying? You can step up, go for the stomp, etc. This is just a great tool because of how fast it is and it knocks them right the fuck on their ass. Like literally, look at this shit. You feel me? He has another nice move and it is up 1. This is amazing. This is amazing. Why this is so strong is because this also basically tracks. Let me set bro to sidewalk again. Look at this. Look. Look. With good positioning, this will hit them anyway. Both directions at that, bro. I would never tell y'all a lie. This will hit, right? It's not an actual tracking move, but it counts apparently. What I like about it is, other than it being slow, that also plays into its strength, believe it or not. On block, look at the stun. You get +4. You get +4 on this. So this is like the equivalent of Brian's back 1 on block. It's the same animation. Or for y'all that play Kazuya, Kazuya's crouch dash 1+2, it gives the same animation. That gives +5, this gives +4. It doesn't matter because check this out. You get your plus frames. This is a great setup for your giant swing, or any throw at that. And if they expect to throw, y'all already know, hop kick. This is a great setup for lows, This is a great setup for movement, right? Movement, you can go for your instant run and grab. Go into your movement if you want. Use this to set up a down forward 4. If they press here, they're cooked. Set up a shoulder, etc. On counter hit, it gives a full combo. And it hurts. It really hurts. So that is a fan favorite for me. On normal hit as well, it gives plus 11. It gives a spin animation. As you can see, you're basically free to do anything you fucking want after that. Go for your running 3 there. As you can see, forward 3 also gives that same animation. If you expect them to step, go for your down forward 3, whatever. It gives crazy frames. It's a great tool. How I like to use it is after an Oki situation at a combo or something, right? If I get a combo, I get my opponent to the wall, wave up, boom, quick up 1, and you continue your pressure from there. Forward 4 is one of his go-tos as well. This is a classic. This thing gives plus 7 on hit, and it puts the opponent in crouching state, as you can see. So right here, you can just follow up with the rest of your buttons. But when I use this, I typically go for the block stun. Why? Because it basically works similar to Kazuya's forward 4 with less frames, right? Kazuya's forward 4 is plus 5, this is plus 3. So from here, this is a classic. You go for your throw setup, you know, your giant swing, whatever throw you want. And if they expect the throw, hop kick, right? Go for a down forward 1. If they step, go for your down forward 2. If they step, go for your down 3 plus 4. If they're gonna wake up and mash, any of your buttons will work here, honestly. And on counter hit, right? Boom, you get a guaranteed down throw. Same with the heat engager. You can also just do down forward 4 for the quick poke as well. His shoulder is a great tool, not because it's safe, but that's what plays into it. It's a risk reward system. This thing has dumbass range. It has a nice, boom, like forward momentum to it that you can use to catch your opponent from a distance. You catch them on a whiff, you catch them from a sidestep, or the best way I use this move is with plus frames. For example, if I'm at the wall and I hit him with this wall setup right here, this is guaranteed. Boom, boom. Right here, go for the shoulder. If they mash, they're cooked. If you have plus frames, if you do something like down forward 1 and they mash here, I don't really do that, but I'm just giving y'all perspective of how to use this thing, right? Down forward 2, plus frames. They cannot mash and interrupt you there. It's risky, but it's high reward. And if you're at the wall, you already know, wall splat. That shit hurts. His forward 3. This is great for catching sidestepping opponents. And you can do this from Weiwu, right? You can do this from Weiwu. So, say for example, you get a combo. Your opponent gets up here. They do a tech roll. Where the hell is it? They do a tech roll here, boom, and they try to sidestep away from the pressure. That'll catch them and it stuns, plus 2. That's another free throw setup. You already know what y'all can do. I just told y'all about this stun. It's basically the same, bro. You're plus 2, you have more than enough frames to do whatever you want here and set up and continue your pressure if you'd like. And it wall splats, of course. It's a high attack, so keep that in mind, but it's a great tool for catching your opponent sidestepping. And it kind of knocks them towards the wall as well, as you can see. I don't really use this one, but it's good for sidestepping. -9, it's safe. You can use this for sidestepping opponents. I like to use this though, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, his haymaker. I made a whole individual video on this thing because that's how much I use it. That's how powerful it is. Let me just give y'all a quick rundown. It has dumb range. You know, it's a crouch dash move, so you can do it quick as hell. It gives a guaranteed follow-up every time. You can go for the throw. If they're not ready, they can break that. It's not guaranteed, but if they're not ready, you get a fat chunk of damage. If you want, you can go for Oki here. Go for your forward 4. This gives a nice Oki situation. Your opponent has to get up right here. Say, for example, they go for the tech roll, which is the smartest option. Do it again, right? Check this out. Forward 4 again. There's nothing they can do about that. Now you're plus 3, they're in crouching state, and you still have the opportunity to do whatever the fuck you want with your pressure. You can go back into your movement or whatever you feel like. right? You can also do your stomp, you can do your sweep, etc. And on block, the thing about this move is on block, it's +5 and it has crazy pushback. Look, crazy pushback. And you can use this to set up your throws as well. Set up your frames and pressure. Go for your down forward 4s, your down forward 1s, you know, your down forward 2s and stuff like that. He actually has this. This is oddly a great pressure tool because of the frames. This is oddly great because of the frames. It gives -8 on block, but it gives a crazy block stun. I've actually done this into Giant Swing before and caught my opponent with a counter hit throw. So this is just another honorable mention, I should say, for his pressure tools. It hits on the ground, and as you can see against the wall, this is kind of crazy. Go for your down forward 4 right here. Go for your shoulder if you expect them to press. Let's talk about his sidestep 4. His sidestep 4, I don't remember this move being this strong in previous games because I didn't really use it back then, but now, this thing is a cheat code, bro. Why? Because he has another sidestep low poke. I'm going to get into that in a minute. That goes hand in hand with it because they both look the same, right? They both have the same frames. They both start up at 19 and they both are triggered after a sidestep. So your opponent basically has to guess here. Like, this is literally an unpredictable 50-50. And this move, right? We're talking about mids. The sidestep 4 is so strong. It's safe on block at -8. It has dumb range. And it knocks your opponent down for Oki. You can immediately step up here and continue your pressure. Or you can just go into the movement if you want. It's all up to you. Endless possibilities with this character. And on counter hit, it gives a full combo for chunky damage. For no reason at all. Like, this just shouldn't hurt as much as it does, but it does. One, 2, 1. Why I love this is if the third hit is counter hit, then 2, 1 is hit confirmable. He has this, his dick jab string. This is great because it gives +6 on hit, bro. And how I like to use this is it's good with a setup beforehand. Don't just throw this out because it's -10. But if you set this up with like a dick jab, not a dick jab, if you set this up with like down forward 1, for example, you get your opponent to block, boom, boom. If they press there, that's gonna hit. If they block your 2-1, boom, boom. If they block this, boom, boom. If they block your down forward 3, boom, boom. You get what I'm saying? Like, and if it hits, right, +6, you can easily go for your throw mix-ups from here. You can even go for your running throw. Go for the hop kick. Y'all know the drill. Down forward 3 is amazing. It's 17 frames. I like to use this on the wake up if the opponent's on the ground to catch them pressing. There's certain ways you can use this in the neutral for real. It's kind of risky because of the speed of it, but if this does hit, on counter hit, you get a juicy combo. This is very strong. Just put this into practice with the neutral. You mix this with your jab strings. 4-2 is one of his best pokes. Why? This is like a classic Giant Swing setup. You do this, if it hits, you get +2, boom. If it's blocked, you get -11. But the thing about it being -11 is, a lot of people know this string, right? The second hit is a follow-up, so they're probably gonna expect you to go for it, and they might do like a stutter crouch because they realize, oh shit, he doesn't go for it, and by the time they can react and press something, you already had the mind game intact. You caught their ass with the Giant Swing. You caught their ass with the hop kick. You caught them with the down forward 4. You feel me? This is a great tool for just mix-ups and mind games. And if you do successfully cook your opponent with just 4-2, then you can safely go for the follow-up afterwards. Because if they block the first hit, you can delay the second hit. They will not expect it. All mind games, chat. He has this. This is more of a defensive move though, you know, if your opponent, again, similar to the shoulder, to quickly shut down your opponent's mindless offense. This is a nice whiff punishing tool. Catch him off a sidestep. All of these go hand in hand, right? Because if I'm poking my opponent with down forward 4, and if I say, for example, go down forward 1, bait the sidestep, bait him to press, and I weave their attack and I immediately do this, y'all see what I'm trying to say here? So yeah, this is a great tool. It is very minus on block, so Don't just throw this out there. It's minus 13. Kazuya can get twin pistons off of that. But if you do hit it, it's a very satisfying classic combo. You get a bound, etc. Now, that's basically it for the mids and highs. Let's get into the low attacks, because his low attacks are just as strong. If you have strong mids and strong high pokes, the lows have to correlate, right? Okay, so check this out. One of my favorite lows with bro is down 3. Down 3, not because of the damage, but because of the frame advantage. It gives +2 on hit. So right here, keep this in mind. Everything from the mids that I just told y'all about to the lows, and especially his throws, they all go hand in hand with one another. So you mix and match everything to your own liking. Down 3 is one of those moves that you can use to set up the rest of his pressure tools. Like +2, what can they really do if you go for a down forward 1 here? They have to block. And if they do block, you get a mix up, right? You can bait the sidestep here. You can do down 3 into his throw. You can do down 3 into hop kick if they expect the throw and they don't want to guess which throw you go for. You can use his full throw game here. You can go for down forward 4. You can go for another low if you expect them to just stand up still. All of his moves go hand in hand, chat. Everything. And on counter hit, this gives +9. Oh my goodness. This thing gives +9. And it's quick as hell, bro. 17 frames. Look how fast it is. Boom. What can they really do after this? So yeah, it's not about the damage, it's about the frames when it comes to that move. Another one of my favorite lows with him is down 3 +4. This thing, as you can see, it's kind of like a sweep animation with his right leg, so your opponent cannot sidestep to the left. They cannot step this move to the left. And I like it. I like to use this to like close out a round. If my opponent's about to die, I might step up and do a quick down 3 +4. Mainly because it does a good chunk of damage, and also because it crushes under high attacks. It beats highs, it beats throws, and it beats certain mids. It depends. He's not broken and stupid like Xiaoyu or Lily, but this will beat some high attacks, right? That's the beauty of it, and it has follow-up. So let's just say, for example, if your opponent is not ready for the second hit and they block the first one and they press, depending on what they do, the second hit will actually hit them, and this will give you +15. And you can step up. You already know, bro, if you got +15, you can do anything after that, right? And let's just say you go for that and it's a high, so they can crouch under it. Let's say that you do go for it and your opponent is ready for that. You have a mid follow-up. That's a mix-up in itself, right? Because the mid now, it completely knocks the opponent. It gives like a steel pedal animation on hit, so you can step up and go for Oki here. You feel me? You go for Oki there, and yeah, I don't do this that much. I usually just go for the singular hit, but it's a strong little mind game you can play with this as well. His down 4 is a quick poke. Down back 4 is a tricky one. Why this is so tricky is because you can't actually, here's the thing, right? Like most lows, you can easily block punish them. This one, not so much. This works the same way martial law slide works. If you block that thing, the only way to punish is you float with the correct follow-up and you get a full combo. It doesn't hurt much. There's a lot of scaling, but that's the punish, right? This actually works the same way, but a lot of people won't be ready for it because of the speed. It's not that fast, but it's also very weird to react to. I've hit so many players with this thing consistently, no matter how slow it is. And the thing about it, even if it's blocked, it puts you on the floor. So a lot of times my opponent has blocked this move from me, and the most that they did was whiff a low attack, and I immediately do a wake-up kick and I continue on with my pressure. The best way to counter this move is to low parry it. You can actually get floated if it's blocked correctly and they do the correct move, but a lot of times your opponent just won't be ready. Why? Armor King has too many strong mids. He has too many strong mids for that, bro. Your opponent is not really gonna want to block against you because you can just do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. It's just not really fair. So this is nice. And on counter hit, this actually gives a guaranteed, not guaranteed, but you can get a ground throw. And look at the damage. Your opponent can break this, but look at the damage, bro. If they're not ready, which probably they won't be, you get a dumbass chunk of damage off of that shit. If you want guaranteed follow-ups after that, go for your, do a quick sidestep and go for your forward 4, right? Quick sidestep, forward 4 into Oki. Like I said, if they do a tech roll there, you can just do it again and continue. He has his down back 3. You know, his down back 3 is a go-to. This thing is very launch punishable, as you can see. But the beauty of it is it's tricky because it's kind of fast, right? It's 22 frames and it has crazy range. I like to use this from a distance, moving around. Boom, surprise, bitch. Surprise, bitch. Like, you see the range, right? That's the beauty of this move. And this is another little tip. Any move that puts Armor King in crouching state, you can do your giant swing right after. For example, down back 3. If you hit this, if you have the execution, go for your giant swing. That shit covers a lot of options from your opponent because they can't sidestep, they can't press. If they press, that's a counter hit throw. And yeah, the only thing they can really do there is crouch, and even then, who the hell is gonna crouch after down back 3? They're probably gonna mash. And if they do mash, if they expect a throw, go for your while standing 4. This will hit your opponent if they mash immediately. Or even this, while standing 2. You get a counter hit on that, you get a full combo. Practice this because you can mess up and go for a while standing 1 on accident. It'll leave you at -12, but if you can pull this off, bro, this is a nice little setup for your giant swing. A nice top tier setup for your giant swing. Sidestep 2 is another good low. This, like I said, goes hand in hand with sidestep 4 because they basically look the same on startup. This is a free mix-up, bro. This is like a stance 50-50 in itself. Like, you sidestep, your opponent has to guess what the hell you're gonna do next. The most they could do here is a hop kick because they can't risk armor because this is there. And remember what I said about moves that put you in crouching state. Do this, giant swing. Do this into your while standing 4 if they mash. Do this into while standing 2 if they mash. Now, yeah, that's basically it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't have much lows, but they work so well with the rest of his pokes that if he did had more lows, he would honestly be a little fucking broken. So this just makes sense, right? You know, down 3s, you mix them with, you know, your down forward 1s, your movement, your instant throws. Let me tell y'all, this should be a part of this list too because his instant wall running throw is such a good tool to use in the neutral for pressure, bro. Even if it's broken, it doesn't hurt you, right? Like, you go this, boom, like down forward 1, boom, down forward 4, boom. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's so strong. It's so strong. You need to add that to your arsenal as well. Now apply everything I just said, right? The mids, the highs, and the lows in synergy, and you have the blueprint. Another good mid is down 2. I don't really use this much myself, but in this game it's a lot stronger because now you get a guaranteed while standing 4. You get a guaranteed heat engager as well. And if you have the execution, like I said about crouching state moves, you can go for your giant swing. Yes, this counts as a 2-hit combo, but your opponent can break this. Now let's get to the wall, right? Imagine everything I just told you guys about the mids and highs and lows, but on crack. Because at the wall, there's only so much your opponent can do to get away from you. I'm right in King's face right now, bro. What can he really do to get away from me? You can't sidestep, because I can hit you with a tracking move, right? You can't really pressure me because I have too much good buttons. I have dick jab interrupts that give +6. I have down forward 4s that can control the space. I have this thing, if I'm from a distance, I can still check you. On block, I'm +5, bro. Right? I have a shoulder that can easily launch you at the wall. I have a hop kick, etc. Like, you get the drill. I have all these tools that I can use to shut down anything my opponent could possibly do to get away. Apply that basically to the wall, but what he has at the wall are his throw mix-ups. I'm talking about shit like this. I'm sure y'all have seen this before. This is actually a classic, but in this game it's on crack because you can do other throws after this shit. It's not guaranteed your opponent can crouch, but this is such a viable tool for pressure because if your opponent, say, doesn't break this is guaranteed. We're talking about pressure here. So if I get this throw, right here you go for your 2-1, you get a nice chunk of damage and you get a guaranteed +7. A guaranteed +7. So that means if they mash, boom, a quick shoulder will check them, full wall splat. If you want to play it safe, remember this is -19. If you want to play it safe, go for your down forward 4. It's quick and it'll push you away from them if it's hit or blocked. Down forward 1, you can go for your down forward 1 after your 2-1. Go for your down 3 after that. Sidestep, do whatever you want, or go for your throw. Go for another throw and put them on the floor all over again. Mix them up, throw them away from the wall if you want. Another thing you can also do with this is back 1-2. This does more damage and it gives +8. So this is a better option. And on top of everything else, if you do this, you can go into stance, into more mix-up. So it's all up to you, bro. You can really mix and match your opponent with this shit. I swear to God, like, you do back 1-2 into stance, or you can do back 1-2 and just down forward 4. Back 1-2 into a basic grab. Back 1-2 into a low. This is another thing. Since that's a wall stun, they cannot interrupt that. They cannot interrupt that. You can easily go for some free plus frames. You're +6, you got some pushback, and you basically have so much freedom to mix your opponent right there. That is free ball, chat. That is free ball. Running 3 right here, movement, catch them. Look at the range on this. Remember, the range is crazy. If I'm moving around, boom. So yeah, keep all of this stuff in mind. Use everything that I just told y'all about. The mids, the lows, the high attacks, the different routes that you can take with each and individual option. Everything that I just told y'all goes hand in hand with each other. So as you play with this character, you will find your own natural flow of how to use him. If this is your playstyle, you may not be the pressure heavy guy. You may like to play defense, and Armor King has everything made for that stuff as well. He can play very aggressive and very, very defensive, and they're both equally as strong. None more than the other. Just like Kazuya, you can mix and match the playstyles. You can go very offensive with the pressure and the frames, and then you can back off and go back into your defense, or you can be a good blend. It all depends on the type of player you are. Like I said, take this stuff into the quick match and practice, fuck around with this, and you will find your natural flow. With that being said, I hope this video helped y'all out, and I'm gonna see y'all boys on the next video.